looking for Alan. Is Alan in the, there's Alan. All right, stay right there, Alan. I'm going to talk to you. Just you and me. You know, nobody else is listening or observing, anything like that. So I'm going to guess that your name is Alan, correct?
That's right.
That's right. Wonderful. All right, well, 1 for 1. This is awesome. All right. So, Alan, what do you do for a living?
I am a poet.
A poet? You mean like the guy we just saw? And I have to say that your mustache is also very awesome as well. All right, so you're a poet. Excellent. Wow, that's so fascinating. All right, so besides poeting, what else do you like to do? Hobbies or things you do in your spare time? Because I'm sure you devote every minute to poetry.
Well, I do keep bees.
Do you really? So you are like a living embodiment of the show. All right. So you're a beekeeper. You like to do that. That is awesome. Just like your mustache. All right. Anything else? Any other hobbies?
Play soccer.
Soccer? All right, great. We'll have to do that later in the show. Okay, and so when you think about someone that you would like to date, what are some positive qualities? Family friendly.
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor? That's good start.
Enjoys food.
Enjoys food. Is a gourmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, excellent. Anything else?
Fun loving.
Fun loving. Okay, great. Wow, okay. And so now, what about deal breakers? Anything that's a deal breaker with a potential someone you'd like to date?
Bend towards narcissism.
A narcissistic bend. Okay, what else? Anything else?
Motor mouth.
Motor mouth. Because you would like to drop some poetic love language, right? And if they're talking, you can't do that. Right? Okay. Anything else?
Not available.
Oh, unavailable. All right. Well, that makes sense. Excellent. Now, one last question. Did you go to your high school prom?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember your date's name?
I do.
Well, that's good enough. Could you share it with us, Ellen? Anaquaya. Anaquaya. All right. Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Let's give Ellen a thank you round of applause. Ellen, we are going to find you a date. It's our mission to find you a date on the Not Burnt Out, Just Unscrewed dating game.
Alright, welcome to the East 27th Street dating game. My name is Spuds Ganesh, and I'll be your host for this evening. Alright, we got my good friend Alan here is our first victim/contestant. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of the game. Then you can tell us a little bit about yourself. These things don't care. And what you're looking for, okay? We'll try to find you some romance. Alright, so the way the game works, we just ask a series of questions. Like I said, they make good answer, bad answer, doesn't matter. You're picking one of these three, okay? Alright. So, now that you understand that, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe what you're looking for, a thing or two.
I'm Alan. I'm a poet.
Okay.
As you can tell by the mustache.
I was just ignoring that. Very nice.
I have a very awesome mustache. And a beekeeper.
You're a poet and a beekeeper?
Yeah, they go together a lot. I play soccer. And yeah, looking for a nice woman who appreciates fun and good food. And, isn't too narcissistic.
And how's that going in Manhattan?
Not great.
Okay, so maybe we'll have better luck here, downtown a little bit. All right, so we're gonna ask the ladies. We're gonna find out a little bit about them, then we'll get this thing started. Okay, how's that sound? All right, let's do it, folks. Okay. All right, Bachelorette number 1. Tell us your name and a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Sandy Fisher, and I work at Joann's Sewing, and I like to help people learn how to sew and how to buy sewing machines and know how to sew their own clothes. And when I'm not doing that, I like to embroider, and when I'm not doing that, I like to go out dancing, and I like to garden, and I like to play games.
And in between that, how many cups of coffee would you say you have?
I'm the kind of person that has a very high caffeine tolerance. I can drink an entire whole pot before noon. It's really awesome, and I get so much done. It's really, really great. And you're really nice. Thank you for having me on the show, and I can't wait to meet you.
Right. Didn't listen to Nancy Reagan one bit. Okay. Bachelorette number 2, tell us your name and a little bit about yourself.
My name is Ida.
Okay.
Ida Huffnagel. I'm recently widowed. I got 4 boys at home and I need a man. Need one bad.
Okay, Ida. 1 out of 3 chance. Alright. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Bridget. You can see I'm not going to fidget. I like to look at trees, but mostly I like to talk about me.
With the poetry, I like it. Okay. Alright, Ellen. That's just a sneak peek. You're probably thinking to yourself, oh.
Which way's the exit?
You're not the first contestant to say that, believe it or not. That's why we had to hire a couple of bouncers at each door. Okay, so what you gotta do is develop, what's a question you want to ask? Maybe find out a little bit about it, might change your mind a little bit.
All right. Let's see. I like women who like good food. So let's say we were on a date. What would you cook for me? Something simple.
Oh yeah, that's very progressive. All right, let's find out.
So, well, so sometimes I like to cook, but I don't really often like to cook. I like to be taken out to dinner. Or actually mostly lunch. I really like lunch because I really like Subway because I can have it my own way and it's got natural stuff and there's lots of vegetables. And so Subway is my first choice. And I hear it's very economical and that makes me very attractive to some people who may not make a lot of money, like writers. And then I don't ever cook.
It's wearing off, I can tell. I can't wait for the next one. All right. Bachelorette number 2, even though it's the 21st century and all, when are you going to cook this guy for
The boys like hamburger helper, okay? That's what it probably gets.
beef stroganoff? That's my favorite. Okay, Bachelorette number 3.
Oh, yeah. I love food. I like to eat. And when we go out, it's a special treat. You get to pay the meals for me. I'm going to order a lot of sushi.
I'm pretty sure, I don't know because I'm not expert, but that was like very haiku-ish, even if it wasn't an actual haiku. All right. Still got the bouncers by the exit, so don't even worry about it.
I deny that.
What's your next question?
All right. Let's see. I like a woman who's not terribly overspoken. So why don't you tell me something interesting about yourself in 5 words or less?
Okay, just so we can keep the studio audience up to speed on the game, it's basically like cook me some food and shut up. Tell them about you, but don't be too mouthy about it, all right?
All right. I got 5 words for you. My boys need a daddy.
All right.
When we meet, I'm sweet.
God, there's no way I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it at all. All the words that I have from here: fun, fun-loving, and excited, and happy, and efficient, and effective, and cute.
All right, I'll buy it. Okay. Competition's heating up, Alan.
If I ever met the South Door, I bet I could take it.
No, that's Luigi. You don't want to mess with him. So, one last chance to prove to the audience you're not a total pig.
All right. Let's just stick with something innocent and not at all.
Chauvinistic?
Yes. Thank you. You know what? Just tell me a joke. Anything. I love humor. I love to laugh. Tell me a joke.
Took me something, shut up, and make me laugh.
You were gonna do this to me.
Dance, monkey, dance!
Roses are red, violets are blue. If you pick me, I get to go out with you.
Okay. Be entertaining. I think this one's right up your alley.
Well, I'm not very good at telling jokes, but I guess I could say that the funniest thing I've heard all night is the idea that you might actually get to go out with me.
That was like the meanest thing I've ever heard on this show. All right. Bachelorette number 2. Well, you got this one for sure.
All right. How many adolescent boys does it take to drive you crazy? 4!
All right, so what did you think about that, Alan?
I'm still thinking my chances with Luigi might be best.
In a weird twist of fate, it doesn't even matter what you think. Kind of like, I would think this would be right in your wheelhouse. All right, so the studio audience is going to pick which one of these lovely ladies has to go out with you. Let's get it over with. Bachelorette number 1. Okay. Bachelorette number 2. You can tell them jerks at the DEA's office now. Bachelorette number 3. I think it's more about charity, but...
Boys, I got you, Daddy! Boys! Mama got you, Daddy!